Hey everyone, it's Terry's Philippine Journey. It's Tuesday, the 16th, I believe, of May. I just thought I'd give you a little update, touch on a bunch of subjects. If you want any more information or more detail on anything or something I don't even speak about, let me know. So this is my 5th month in the Philippines. I live on the Visayas Island, Iloilo, here in San Fernando. I think it's District 6 or whatever they call it, number 6 or something. So there's the ocean. My house is down at the bottom. There's a little lane. I don't know if you can see it. I'd have to zoom in, but there's a little dirt road down there, and you come up from the main road. So that's where we're at. I do my evening walk up here. That's the dogs. They follow me up. Got 3 of them with me. Here's another one. That's the puppy. That's the big boy. And the mama's running around here somewhere. There she is. I don't know if you can see her there. She's hunting there. So anyhow, continue to find a lot of things the same. I'll probably jump around a lot. So like I said, if you have anything you want to talk about, marriage, dating, how to meet somebody here, anything like that, how to get someone from here to wherever you're at. I know a little bit about that because I've done that. Dated, been married, and went through the process of the K1 visa. I'll just walk around here and turn around and show you some of the beautiful scenery while we talk. What I'm finding here, I find people are very friendly. Everywhere I go, pretty much, especially the children, they really reach out to you and extra friendly, try to socialize with you. I think a lot of people here are afraid to speak to you much because their English is not as good. That's what I'm told or hear, or that's my opinion. So it's a little hard sometimes to strike up a conversation or friendship, even though people want to speak with you and hang out with you when you can't communicate too well. I think they're a little shy. They're more shy than I am. That's the little lane down there. So that's one of the islands. They made a little land bridge to it, so you can walk over there. So I often do. That's the port that goes over to Bacala, Negros Island. Back behind that island, you can see some shapes of some mountains, or almost looks like clouds. That's that's Negros Island. So it just looks like a picture, like there's clouds or mist rolling in off something, but that's the actual backdrop of the island there, beyond that island out there. So expenses here, for me, I don't have a house payment. I pay a little bit, food and like half on the electricity, and do some stuff I share with the grandkids. We helped build the house as well, so I'm living there. So my bills seem to be pretty consistent, $600 to $800 a month. You can guess that over to peso. I think that'd probably be 40,000 pesos, 30 to 40,000 pesos a month. Go out to eat 3 or 4 times a week, 2 to 3 on average. Take a little mini trip somewhere locally and see something, again, 2 or 3 days a week. Taken one big trip up to Gigantes Islands and did the island hopping for 3 or 4 days when I first got here, which is fantastic and good way to kick it off. So I think I spent between 8,000 and 10,000 pesos, so just under $200 on that trip for about a 4-day vacation. So yeah, things are relatively cheap over here in comparison to America, which is where I come from, Ohio. So things are affordable for the most part. Now, you can certainly spend your money if you're not careful. There are things that are expensive. Now, where I live here in the province, it's very rural, and Internet is very poor because we live about a half mile up this lane on the edge of the mountain here. So that's very poor, so I struggle to upload videos and do much on the internet. It's here and there, works half the time or something like that seems to be, and then the time it does work, it's very slow. So that's a work in progress, so keep that in mind. Things don't work like they may in your country. So here in the Philippines, it's pretty laid back. The government and dealing with them and things like a lot of red tape. So it's like I bought a motorcycle, which I've mentioned before. So I went down, purchased a Bureaucracy brand new motorcycle from the dealership here in Bureaucracy. I know I didn't say that correctly, but which is a nearby barangay, or it's where I live. I get things mixed up. There's so many different names for stuff. So it's next town down from me, and paid cash for it. Signed up, took it, and they said then it takes 3 to 5 months approximately to get your registration. So basically, if you want to ride it, you're illegal because you can't get a plate and you have no proof it's yours. Basically, you have a little receipt, but you aren't able to plate it. And then I went to check on motorcycle license, and more of the same thing. Had to fly, supposed to fly to Bacolod, 30 days for to take got to take a little test, a beginner's test. Another 30 days, come back and do this and so forth, and probably going to take me 2-3 months to accomplish that, even though I'm licensed a motorcycle operator in America and my license is up to date, just renewed it all before I came. I still got to go through all these hoops and extra red tape, which seems kind of silly, and all this time. So essentially, I guess my gripe is got a motorcycle, can't register it, can't license it, and I'm sitting around here for up to nearly 6 months, half the year. But like most of the people, or not most of the people, but a lot of the locals, they tend to do what they do. So I'm doing what I do as well. So I'm not letting it set. I am riding around, and you just take your chances. So, but like I said, I'm out here in the country. A lot of my riding is on the dirt trail or road, and I just hit the main highway to get someplace close, and I don't travel too far. So that's that. Clothing, if you're very big, like a size 11, 12 in shoe, certainly once you go to 12 and up, you will find very little to nothing here. Maybe if you go to Manila or some of the big cities, over in Cebu, Dumaguete, you might get something. But I went to Iloilo here, which is one of the big cities on this island, and I really couldn't find anything there. I think they stop around 45, 46 European size. So bring plenty of shoes is my suggestion. And same if you're a big guy. I'm a couple 100 pounds and 6'4", so I'm big, but I'm not extra big. A lot of Americans are way bigger than I am. So again, you'll probably struggle to find shorts and shirts at that point. I think they kind of stop. It seems like a large to me. And they call a large, but a large here is probably a medium and or small in America. So different sizing and availability of things. So a little bit on that. Land prices and things like that vary. Depends where you go. Here locally, you might get a hectare for, it just varies very widely. You might pay for 2 or 3 hectares 1 million pesos, and you go down the road and you might pay 1,500, 2,000 pesos for something similar, because it's more rural and even than where I live. So it just depends. It's all over the map with things. I've seen stuff at 1 million pesos a hectare, and then I've seen it just a few $100s. So there's some clouds there. I think they're moving away from us. So, but if you have any questions about stuff, so work, cost, love life, purchasing a motorcycle, buying land, I'm no expert on any of it. Like I said, just been here 5 years, and but I am learning and things like that. So if you have any more comments or questions, feel free to ask away. I'm happy to try to assist as much as possible. So we'll just cut this one at this point and say goodbye to the dogs there. There's the other one here, and a beautiful evening. I tend to walk up here every other night or something, so I should come up every night, but I don't do that sometimes. But up here tonight, and thought I'd make a 5-month review of my stay here. And I am staying and living in the Philippines. This is not a vacation. So I have moved here, sold everything, so I have no plans to return to America. So that's where I'm coming from in my perspective. And so I think the people are friendly, and the landscape and the scenery is beautiful, and places just spectacular. And so I'm really liking it so far. That's how I feel. A little lonely in meeting people that are active, still trying to do that. Lots of people to talk to and sit and have a cup of coffee with, but if you want to jog or you want to hike or you want to motorcycle a lot, there's not a lot of people with free time or seems to be doing that. Most people are busy working and this and that. So that's kind of my issue. I'm very active and like to get out, and so at least that's locally. Now in a big city that may different. There may be a lot more people to choose from around here. There's just a few hundred people locally, and then there's more than that as you go out. There's, I'm sure, thousands, but so they're pretty sparse here. There's a couple dozen homes here and a couple dozen here, over there. So, all right, thanks for watching, and appreciate everybody, and subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.